We are live. Bro, I'm fired up. I'm so fired up. Listen, We Trade HQ fam, I'm fired up if you can't tell because Tesla just announced the 5-to-1 stock split. I need to bring in my man Don from the Don Fron Show to break down the chart for us because I hold on to a lot of Tesla. I feel like everybody and their mother holds on to it. So let's jump right in. Don, how you feeling about this Tesla stock split?
Man, I'm trying not to hype everybody up, but I don't know if I've ever been so hyped. I've been trading for a long time, and this is very monotonous, very boring. It's a green candle, a red candle. It's the same thing over and over again. But the one company that I really like that's just pushed up is finally doing a split, and everybody gets to share the hype with me. To be honest, my mentor group knows this. They've seen screenshots. I don't like to talk about my position sizing or anything like that, but you had to pay to play. Like I'm 100,000 deep in Tesla calls, and that's expensive for some of you guys, especially because the options they can go to zero. And now this split is going to bring those things, back down into a. We're going to take it off the high limit table, if you will, so everybody can finally play Tesla. Doesn't price people out.
I love that. So what I want to do is I want you to share your screen, talk about, you work in charting zones and that's what you do in your mentorship to determine where you enter and exit into a stock. And then at the end, I'm going to ask you the most important question, which is where somebody should buy it, when they should buy it, and in relation to the stock split. So let's look at the chart first.
I can go ahead and knock that out right now. Where?
No. Don't you.
Tomorrow, right then, what price? Whatever market buy.
But you know how Tesla moves, and you talk about Tesla all the time. So this will be good for the people who are watching.
Yeah, this will also be kind of a very tricky one to do because you guys should be able to see my screen now. It gets very tricky in case – I'll bring this over just in case they can't see us. So Tesla has this cult following. And I probably made one of the worst videos I've made on YouTube. This 4 minutes video. I'm barely I'm just trying to get words out of my mouth at this point because Tesla's doing this split. But I mentioned, get the pitchforks out. Let's light the torches. The Tesla cult we're going on in March now. And that's probably what's about to happen. At least that's what I can think. I jumped here on the 5 minute just to show you guys how fast that move was when that move got announced. Looking at Apple, this can be a very bullish thing. A lot of people want to buy in before because this is going to be seen bullish. It always blows my mind that a stock split moves the price at all. Because in theory, your $2,000 in Tesla is still $2,000 after the split. Literally nothing changes except for more people can buy in now. So the only thing that can kind of bring it in is now everybody with the smaller accounts. I mean, most people have fractional shares now. I don't know how many people take advantage of it, but now that it's cheaper, there won't be any more of that it's too expensive talk. So after the split, there might be a surge of buyers. And then there's a psychological level of, Tesla went this high before. Now we get to do it again. We saw the run up already. I imagine we'll be here in the a few $100 range. We're going to be around here. We're going to get some hype. I don't know if it's going to be enough to drive us up to the 2,000 mark. But we'll be back here. So now everyone's going to just envision this again. I get to do it again. I missed out the last time it was here, but I won't this time. You're going to have all those people. So as far as zones go, I'm just going to watch these levels. This was still a speed bump zone. Speed bump zones to me, the purple zones, they're the turbulent areas. Look, we see this sideways action here. If you're bullish and you see a red candle, that's not the time to panic. It's just whatever. If it bases out, maybe even a time to add on as we go zone to zone, just yellow to yellow. This one was brighter yellow because we were going to be pretty bullish after that once that broke. With this news, though, it might be kind of all bets are off. We're going to see some definitely increased volatility in this. Okay. So keeping an eye on just the psychological levels. This is the $1,500 mark. I mean, these are zones for a reason, but they've got the 1,575 to 1,600 mark. Tesla loves the $20 increments. So if you notice, we're at the 1,500 mark, 1,480 to 1,500. It'll be 1,600 to 1,580. I talk about the characteristics in a stock. And that's one of these. Like this thing can hang out in that $20 wide range for a while.
Okay, great. So with that said, somebody who's not in it, like I feel like it's safe to say if somebody's in it, hang on, have fun with the ride. Is that safe?
Trail it. I mean, it's news. I think it's gonna be taken as bullish news. You should always manage your positions, not trade off of hype. But it's safe to say there's a good chance a lot of people will be trading the hype on this. So it's going to be one of those. It's very hard to give advice because typically you want to say let the trade come to you, grab the pullback, wait for the dip buy. But sometimes tickers just don't get that dip. There might not be a pullback. So you have to come up with like that happy medium, and kind of what I do, kind of ease into the trade. Like, hey, 15-minute trend is up. We'll see some small pullbacks. We jump down into this ridiculous time frames down here. Right, hourly, that's still an $80, $100 move up. We got these tiny pullbacks you can grab it in on. Intraday, I love the 15-minute time frame. If you can catch a red candle like that, go ahead and put your stop loss underneath it. You might think overbought, too expensive, too bullish, but you want to get in, trade the immediate trend. Like, okay, this zone makes sense. I'm dip buying. I'll tell you guys right now, I'm buying a lot at this zone now if we get there. Now I'm going to add on and probably put my stop at the nearest pullback on that 15-minute time frame. If that 15-minute trend changes, I'll tag out, and then I'll wait for that pullback to come to me like I originally thought. Kind of more of an ease the FOMO trade of let's grab a couple shares. There's a fine line between just running and gunning, shoot from the hip, and playing a trend for a reason. So you don't want to FOMO your way into it, but you want to at least have a plan. And right now, I'd probably play the current trend. And then put your stop loss right below that. If the trend changes, now you can evaluate where's that pullback going to go. Start looking for zones.
All right. So simple question. Final question. You buy before or after the split?
Before.
All right. So go ahead.
I would say just because how many people are still saying, how many people didn't buy it today because it's too expensive? It's a $1,500 ticker. It's an $1,800 ticker. That's too much. Those same people aren't going to have that same excuse once it's $200 again. So those people waiting for that price tag are going to buy it then. That's the theory behind it. So there's going to be more buyers after it splits, which could cause a nice surge. This might lay out the perfect cards for Tesla. This is why I'm getting hyped, right? Because there might be some more S&P talk. We got the split talk, which would be bullish. And then we got battery day coming up. So those next three events might just be a quick surge to get things up fast.
Awesome.
So,
dude, that's awesome. So this is exciting. Anybody watching this, Don is on the Don Franz show. You can visit his channel. If you like this is pretty much what he does every day with a different ticker. And then he goes live Wednesdays and Sundays. So I'm going to link a description or one of the cards you can watch the video. It's going to be Don's video on Tesla on the stock split where he charted it out so you get some more information. So click on the video and go check Don out at the Don Franz show. Thanks, Don.
thank you.